Or if the bomb that drops on you gets your friends and neighbors too, there'll be nobody left behind to grieve, and we will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know.
Greetings and salutations, fellow internet schizos. It is I, your internet schizo daddy, John A. Whitman here. And today I am going to be talking briefly about how I set up my lovely little chest rig, which I am currently wearing. So without any further ado, let's just dive right on into this. So I'm going to pan the camera down just a smidgen, just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to back way up here so you can hopefully get the whole thing in frame. There you go. This is my chest rig. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Without me, my chest rig is useless. Without my chest rig, I am useless. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so this is my Krydex Mark III chest rig, or at least that's what it started out life as. I have made several modifications and improvements to it since then. So, really quick before we get into this, I will tell you, if you want to save a lot of money compared to how I set this up, instead of buying the Mark III chest rig, just buy the Mark V chest rig. Because the first improvement I made to this was getting rid of the Mark III placard and replacing it with a Mark V placard. If you buy the Mark V chest rig, you just start out with that placard and pretty much the exact same H-harness, but instead of having 2 bits of webbing and some elastic here, you just have laser cut moly all the way up the front. But other than that, it's basically just the same rig, but with a better placard. So, the Mark V placard is 3 bungee style mag pouches. You either need to get the Krydex triple 556 mag elastic insert to put in there, or just do what I did and take a couple scraps of hook material and just stick them in there properly spaced so that they separate your 3 mags. But then you adjust the bungee retention straps properly and you can fit 3 mags in there, and it's covered in moly in the front. So what I did, as you can see, was I added a triple cell bungee retention mag pouch to the front of that placard, so I have a full 6 mag minimum combat loadout. From there, I put this little dangler. This is what Krydex calls the sack dangler, because it's a copy of a much higher end dangler by the same designation, the sack dangler. But it is a nice little dangler that has this built-in shock cord tourniquet holder, so I have of course actually put a tourniquet in it. I don't have anything in the dangler itself, mostly because I have not yet acquired the things I wish to put in that dangler, the first of which being an extra battery for my radio, which is a Baofeng AR-152. This expander wing is one of Krydex's radio pouch expander wings. These come in pairs. They are designed so the pouch is supposed to be inside the straps, but obviously that kind of sucks, especially with a big radio like this. So I cut off the Velcro part, left a little strip on there of the Velcro, and literally just flipped it over and sewed it back on so that this would be an external pouch instead of an internal pouch. And then I did the same thing with the other expander wing and put that on my plate carrier in the same spot so that my plate carrier and chest rig are set up the exact same way. On the right side here, I have a Krydex elastic tourniquet holder and another tourniquet, because that's one of many things you can never have too many of, is tourniquets. As for kind of circling back to my magazines here, these are South Korean military steel Stanag magazines, and by steel I mean actually steel, not just aluminum mags being misidentified as steel. These are actual stainless steel magazines that you can get for at most $10 a piece, but they're often cheaper than that. I got these for $7.50 a piece, so I literally just got a 10-pack of these for $75, and they are amazing. Because they are steel, they are absolutely freaking bomb-proof. They come with really stout springs and anti-tilt followers right out the box, so they are to hell and back reliable. I've never had a problem with these mags. They are awesome. If you want cheap mags that are awesome and are way, way cheaper than PMags, get you some of these. They're sold under a bunch of different brand names like SHK, KCI, and Global Ordnance. But yeah, these are awesome. I love them. And as I said in previous videos, my combat load of choice is M855 green tip, Full Metal Jacket 62 grain steel penetrator tip rounds, because they are nice, cheap little rounds that just do what they gotta do and not much else. They're everything you need, nothing that you don't, which is kind of my philosophy with this entire chest rig. And part of the reason why this chest rig is so rudimentary is because it's not meant to be a standalone system. It's not meant to be a standalone rig. This is meant to be part of a larger combat supply system. It's meant to be used in conjunction with the war belt that I am currently about 98% of the way through actually finishing and putting together, which when I do finish that, there will be a video on that as well, which will be very cool. As for the placard that used to be on here, that was also reused for a different project, which there will also be a video coming up on sometime soon-ish. But as for this rig, I absolutely freaking love this H-harness. This is a super low-profile H-harness, as you can see. It has no padding, but as you can see, the straps are very wide, so this does a phenomenal job of distributing the weight evenly across your shoulders so that the straps don't dig in with all the weight on the front and just kind of suck to wear. It also helps, of course, that with this rig being somewhat rudimentary, there's not a ton of weight to make these straps dig in anyway. But even if you did really weigh this thing down, these straps are so wide that it wouldn't increase the discomfort level all that much. One other thing I do really like about this H-harness is because it's so low profile, it works really well in conjunction with either belt kit with suspenders or with a ruck, because those straps can easily just go over this H-harness and you're not like stacking 3 or 4 different layers of padding on top of each other where they'll want to slide off each other and kind of just, you know, get all sloppy on your shoulders and just kind of suck to wear. So it's another nice sort of quality of life / comfort thing. Also, as you can probably tell, this is not the original color that I got it in. I got all of these constituent parts in Ranger Green, and then I rattle canned all the pouches to kind of look like ATAX FG, which I have a video on the channel about doing. It's pretty fun, and as you can see, it's pretty effective compared to my actual ATAX FG. Obviously, it is a bit darker, but it's in roughly the same color palette, which is what matters. So, very effective and very cheap way of sort of customizing your gear to kind of blend in with the rest of your stuff. But with all that being said, I think that's all I got to say about that. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you kind of got something out of it. Maybe this inspired you to either set up your own chest rig, or if you already have one, maybe this will inspire you to maybe change some things about your rig, or maybe not. You know, one of the nice things about tactical gear is it's all about how it works for you. It's all about how you want to set it up and what you're comfortable with doing. So there's not really any right or wrong way to do it as long as you can use it effectively. So hopefully we can have some fun, engaging conversations about chest rig setups and how it sort of interfaces with the rest of your gear in the comments section. Speaking of which, if you liked this video, consider liking it and leaving a comment for the YouTube algorithm that desires to consume your flesh, bone, and soul. And if you are so inclined and would like to deal with me and my craziness more often, you can subscribe to the channel. It is free, and if you ever get tired of me, you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you're feeling especially brave, you can join my Discord server where you'll deal with me and all of my pet schizos that I keep locked in my Discord dungeon. The link to that server, as always, is in the bio of my channel. It's on the About Me page. You'll find the link there. And one last time before I sign off, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to me ramble. There will be more gear videos coming soon, as well as finally some actual gun content again. So, with that all being done and dusted, I will catch you all in the next video. I've been your host, John A. Whitman, and I will see you later.
We will all go together when we go, all suffused with an incandescent glow. No one will have the endurance to collect on his insurance. Lloyds of London will be loaded when they go.